Join the tip of your index finger to the first joint of the thumb. Then place your hands palms up on your knees. The Nana Mudra symbolizes enlightened individuality. Reciting a mantra instinctively opens your mind to supernormal powers and insights. Imagine that all your negativities are being flushed out by light and nectar flowing through your body, and that negative karma is leaving you in the form of a dirty liquid. Feel with certainty that your negativities no longer exist and that you are completely purified and filled with blissful energy. Live each season as it passes. Breathe the air, drink the drink, taste the fruit, and resign yourself to the influences of each. Allow experiences of life to come in and pass through your being. When you see a couple together and you feel jealousy, just smile. Be happy that a blocked feeling stored deep inside of you now has a chance to pass through. Open and relax. Meditate on an attachment you would like to get rid of, such as an addiction or dependence. Visualize yourself walking across a landscape to a place of hope and peace. There is a rope tied to you on one end, and on the other, a box carrying that attachment. Make a conscious decision to let go, and then cut the rope and continue on your journey. Accept the anxieties and difficulties of this life. Meditation is the balance of awareness, concentration, and energy, a moment-to-moment balancing. Listen to the sounds around you. Notice that even the loudest sounds are impermanent, passing away into silence. Just listen. Do not scan for sounds, wait for them. Be aware of their presence and absence. Make your religion kindness. Focus on the way you move and carry out simple tasks. Notice any awkwardness or unnecessary effort in basic actions like sitting and standing. Try to slow down and be conscious of moving easily through space. Do everything smoothly and gracefully. Choose love over fear in every situation. Wisdom replaces ignorance when you realize that happiness does not lie in the accumulation of more and more pleasant feelings. If you exercise in the morning, build in an extra 5 to 20 minutes at the end for deep relaxation and meditation. Notice that your wrong perceptions are rooted in anger, and breathe in. Smile to your ignorance, and breathe out. My heart is open to receiving healing help. Mentally bow to 3 people you are having difficulties with. Keep doing this until the difficulties are gone. Sit silently and absorb the fact that the whole world is a dream. Nothing is of lasting significance. Everything will disappear, including you. So when things go wrong, just relax. Whether there is or is not a way to overcome suffering, there is no use in worrying. Come back to your breathing. Come back to the world. If you are in a dilemma, imagine a dialogue between the two sides. Explain each of the positions until there is nothing left. You might just see which one has more force, or even mediate between the two. Give thanks for the morning light. Start your meditation with these basic movements. Stand tall, with your hands at your sides. Breathe into your belly while stretching your arms. Breathe in and bring your hands to a prayer position at your heart. Stretch your hands out and exhale, then inhale, lifting your hands over your head. Exhale and lower your hands to your sides. Just do something. Sit there. Slow down and look around you. Go jogging or walking, and time your breath to your steps. How far can you go before you lose track? Allow yourself to be exactly what you are, and allow this moment to be exactly what it is. Give thanks for your life and strength. Prune the garden of your mind. Each weed you pull up makes room for green grass. I know who I am. Eat when hungry, sleep when tired. Listen to the rhythms of your body. Before you open your mouth, learn to pause and listen to yourself. Practice right mindfulness while sitting, standing, and walking. Become more loving and you will become more joyful. Choose something to love. It does not matter if it is a person, an animal, or even a rock. The rock may not be able to return your love, but that is not the point. You will become joyful because you have loved. Notice your thoughts and feelings and question them. When you feel your spirits sagging, form a half smile. Maintain it for at least 10 minutes. Find something enjoyable about each morning. While meditating, do not be bothered by the various images in your mind. Let them come and go. Your only job is to remain calm. Loving kindness is a practice that directs your awareness toward healing. Breathing in, take in negativity and suffering. Breathing out, radiate love and peace. It might seem counterintuitive, even scary, to open yourself up to pain, but it actually helps you to overcome fear and self-absorption while developing your capacity for compassion. This technique can be practiced in sitting meditation or whenever you face negativity, such as dealing with a grumpy sales clerk or arguing with a friend. Be aware of your body as you seat yourself for meditation, and as you stand up afterward. If you move any part of your body during the meditation, try to do it slowly and with complete awareness of each aspect of the movement. When your cup runs over, make offerings. Let light become your companion. This hand position restores balance to body and mind. Clasp your hands together and place them at the level of your solar plexus. Then release your middle fingers, extending and bringing them together to form a point. Stop waiting. You have waited long enough, longer than was necessary. The only time to start living is now. Meditate on emptiness, impermanence, and non-self. Do yoga poses and forward bends to calm your nervous system. Tune into your breath when you are lying down. Feel it move through your entire body. Note its ebb and flow, the constant process of change. Mantras can be used as therapy for the sick. Practice making friends with yourself and accepting yourself fully, softening and opening your heart. This will ultimately lead you to do the same for others. Place a small handful of raisins or nuts in front of you. Observe their appearance and smell. Pick up one, feeling the sensations of lifting your arm. Now bring the piece to your mouth and begin to chew it. Notice the impulse to take another before the first is chewed and swallowed. Be with every aspect of this experience. Pay attention. Are you aware of each step you take? What are all the different sensations involved in walking? Distinguish concept from experience in both your meditation practice and everyday life. Stop buying into the idea that you have to have more things in order to be a valuable human being. One essential thing you can give to yourself and to others is time. In the shower, feel the energy of the water as you rid yourself of impurities. Let it take you back to your birth, and feel a deep-seated sense of renewal. As the water cascades down your body, let it carry away discomfort and distress, leaving you refreshed and invigorated. Imagine that you are a fetus in your mother's womb. You feel weightless, surrounded by warm fluid. You feel safe, soothed by your mother's heartbeat. Feel yourself growing and developing, supported by your mother's love. Breathing in, liberate your mind. Breathing out, liberate your mind. Stop thinking and talking about it, and there is nothing you will not be able to know. If something interferes during meditation, such as a buzzing fly or a barking dog, simply become aware of the sound. The buzzing or barking is not really an interruption unless you allow it to be by becoming overly involved with it. Sitting to meditate is hard work and takes effort, as does the cultivation of any productive habit. Make homage to Shakyamuni Buddha, surrounded by innumerable bodhisattvas. Imagine them filling the sky above you. Next time you feel upset or angry, pounding heartbeat, knotted stomach, ask yourself if what you are about to say will be harmful. If yes, don't say it. Simply become aware of your body's reactions and the physical sensations of anger. Applying meditation in action ensures that your brain is in gear and that nobody gets hurt. Do good, even when you are alone. Sit quietly. Allow your concerns to surface. Ask, what is the truth? You will feel a mental click when you reach the truth. Inhale pure love. Exhale pure peace. See everyone as a Buddha. Keep good company. Include everything. Make it a lifestyle to be aware of your joy, your pain, your desires, your regrets. Do not divide or compartmentalize. The more you include, the more you will expand, and the more perceived boundaries will recede. Eat a good breakfast. Stay with the nakedness of your present moment experience. You become what you think about all day long. Imagine yourself in a tower that is full of books containing all the wisdom you have acquired and all the wisdom you hope to gain. Draw strength from your accomplishments. Perform this meditation once each day for 7 days. Stand with your eyes closed and make nonsense sounds, uttering any gibberish that comes to mind. You can sing, shout, mumble, or make any sound that is not an actual word. After 20 minutes, stop speaking, sit down, and be silent. Relax. Do this for 20 minutes. Complete your meditation by lying on the ground, letting go of any remaining negativity. Ancient trees, water, and wind, join my hand to bring light to this moment. Imagine that you are a surfer preparing to ride a big wave. You paddle out, see the wave coming, and position yourself on your board. As the water swells up beneath you, you sense the wave's momentum and align the surfboard with its direction, paddling yourself into the sweet spot of this perfect wave. You glide through the tunnel of water and arrive safely on the beach. Are you paying attention to what you are doing? Settle into your everyday breath. After it has slowed down and smooth it out, inhale, exhale, then pause. Rest in the stillness. After a few seconds, you will feel a little ripple the swell of your next inhalation. Allow it to gather for a few more seconds before you inhale again. Continue to pause between your exhalation and inhalation, and try to lengthen the pauses. After 10 to 15 breaths, pause after each inhalation as well. Try to stretch these pauses too for another 10 to 15 breaths. When you take a shower, are you really in the shower? Feel the water. Be mindful. Maintain silence for a whole day. Unhook your mind once it is caught in a reactive state. In this practice, dance is total meditation. First, dance with your eyes closed, as if possessed. Let your unconscious take over. Do not control your movements or think about what is happening. Just be totally in the dance. Do this for 20 to 40 minutes. Then, for 20 minutes, lie down with your eyes closed and just be still. Finally, for 5 minutes, dance in celebration and joy. Acknowledge your dependence on the kindness of others. Be aware of suffering. Don't trivialize or ignore it. Experiment with opening up when you want to close down. Meditate on Jupiter when you need creativity, expansion, growth, and spontaneity. Be serious yet light-hearted, alert yet relaxed, spontaneous yet restrained, engaged yet dispassionate. Have the ambition to live mindfully and completely in the present moment. Sit down and close your eyes. Set aside thoughts, concerns, and worries. Search for the place inside where you feel happy or joyful. Merge with that feeling and let it permeate your whole being. Continue for as long as you can. Then open your eyes and carry this feeling with you. Notice how you appear to exist in and of yourself, not as the product of a mind and body. With loved ones, the best approach is to simply stop for a moment, breathe, and come into an awareness of precisely what is taking place, and then to act more skillfully, more appropriately, and with consideration to all parties involved. Break out of your box. Drop the limiting image of yourself as a separate, fixed entity. Meditation will help you let down the walls and let go of the fear. You will see that no one is attacking you and that there is nothing to defend. There is no teacher like your own experience. The moment one gives close attention to anything, even a blade of grass, it becomes a mysterious, awesome, indescribably magnificent world in itself. See if you can simply listen without interrupting. Can you listen without judging or even reacting to what is being said? Don't just meditate, enjoy the beauty of meditation. Find friends who love truth. As you get ready to leave your home in the morning, take 3 deep breaths. Walk out the door and enter the world with your eyes wide open and a smile on your face. When you feel an attack of sluggishness, make the mind more alive by directing it to the present moment. There is a big difference between drinking a cup of tea while being there completely and drinking a cup of tea while thinking about 5 other things. There is a big difference between taking a walk in the woods and really being there and taking a walk while planning dinner or imagining the stories you will have about your walk. It is only by being fully in the moment that the fundamental questions of the heart can be answered. What is right under your own feet? Listen to the voices of your soul, and form a prayer to gain truth and vision. When your mind is burning up with thinking, don't feed the fire with fresh thoughts. Let it burn out naturally through your meditation. In the chaos of daily life, we need to be mindful of many things, and we need mindfulness to perceive our body, speech, and mind. However, it is awareness that bridges the gap between our own mindfulness and our everyday life. It helps us to pay attention to how we are using our body, speech, and mind as we move through the day. Are you able to open your heart to suffering? Can you recognize its ever-changing nature? In yearning for nothing, you will be free to enjoy what you do, free to see the patterns, free to hear the music in all things. Contemplate the variety of life in this universe. Look at the stars in the sky and consider the innumerable dimensions of life beyond this galaxy. With this immense vision in mind, think about how and why you ended up in human form, on this particular planet, and in your unique circumstances. Every little thing you do, from making your bed to mowing your lawn, takes you on a spiritual path toward discovering the pulse and sacred essence of man and nature. Make a commitment to a more healthful lifestyle. Unlearn your concern with thoughts. Be aware of what you are saying while you say it. You may express anxiety and discomfort in social situations through mindless speech. You may ramble and prattle on without any real awareness of what you are saying. You are filling up space, filling the void of your fear and anxiety with words. When a dog is chasing after you, whistle for him. Read slowly and calmly. Let the very act of reading be peace. Start by choosing a seed thought, a word or phrase to focus your meditation on. Now imagine that you are surrounded by the protective white light of your Creator, the source of all. Breathing in, absorb this light, feeling the unconditional love of your Creator. The more you breathe in and out, the more relaxed you will become. Now say to yourself, my lower self is aligned to my higher self. I am my higher self. Feel that connection that you are indeed your higher self. Now say to yourself, my higher self is aligned to my God self. I am my God self. Feel that you are indeed your God self. Finally, say, my God self is aligned to the Most High God, the Great I Am. My will and the will of God are one. I will to will thy will. Now ask the unconditional love of the Most High God to flow through you. Relax in this love, feeling lighter and lighter. Let it radiate from you, filling and expanding your aura. After some time, imagine that you are standing in a beautiful garden. Spend some time walking around. Then see yourself coming to a very large, old tree, with a seat beneath it. Sit on this seat and relax in its shade. Sensing the wisdom emanating from the tree, ask to be shown what your seed thought means for you at this time. Just let the knowledge, insight, and wisdom flow into you. When you have received all that there is to receive, give thanks. Slowly walk through the garden until you come to a gate set in the garden wall. As you go through the gate, come back to the consciousness of the room you are in and slowly open your eyes. Are you looking for what you need in the places where it can be found? Turn within for guidance. Walk clockwise around a room while holding one hand in a loose fist, keeping your thumb on the inside. Wrap the other hand around this fist, resting your thumb in the slight indentation at the top of the first hand. Hold the hands together at the upper part of your stomach, near the base of the ribs. Take one step after each full breath. Whatever you do in the morning sets the tone for the entire day. If you lash out in anger, then that begins a chain of angry moments. Laughter is the best way to start out. Keep it up throughout the day. Use common sense. Put on your oxygen mask first, then help others. Be like a tree. Open your palms to the sky and spread your arms like branches. Be open and patient wherever you are. If someone hits you, do not strike back. Do any complaints, even those tempered with humor, serve any purpose? Wouldn't a more direct request or suggestion alleviate a problem? Drink your coffee mindfully. Be uninterruptedly aware. To boost self-esteem and remind you of your intrinsic value, make simple, positive statements like, "I am a good person." The affirmation can be about qualities you already have or those you hope to have. Repeat each affirmation like a mantra, 100 times a day. Remember to be in the line of your third eye, the source of inner vision. Simply fix both your eyes on the tip of the nose. Rest your fork or spoon between bites. Don't put more food into your mouth before you finish chewing and swallowing what you have eaten already, and notice how you become aware of each act of eating. Whenever you take a bath or shower, look at your body and see that it is a gift from your parents and their parents and all of the ancestors before you. Wash each part with care and appreciation. Stop, sit down, and become aware of your breathing. Fully accept the present moment, including what you are feeling and what you perceive to be happening. Do not try to change anything at all. Just breathe and let go. Breathe and let be. Allow this moment to be exactly as it is, and allow yourself to be exactly as you are. When you are ready, move in the direction of your heart, mindfully and with resolution. Choose to live. Do you obsessively go over the past? Let it go, let it be. Just say, "I'm mulling over it again." I leave it aside, and return to your breath in the present moment. When you pick up a magazine, the articles and ads are food for your consciousness. Ads that stimulate your craving for possessions, sex, and food can be toxic. If after reading a magazine or newspaper you feel anxious or worn out, it means you have been in contact with toxins. Consider what really matters to you. What would you need to do and say to feel complete before you die? To feel that you are not leaving any loose ends, and that you could die in peace. If you had only one more year to live, how would you change your life, beginning right now? Focus on reality itself rather than on your intellectual and emotional reactions to reality. Respect happiness. Respect happy people. Make happiness the goal of your life. Visiting an art gallery can be a meditation. Go during a quiet time when you can sit and contemplate a work of art without being disturbed. Gardening is soothing for the soul, releasing tension, and reducing stress hormones in the body. Learn to touch and get, not to hold on but to allow each moment to arise with freshness. Ask yourself whether what you are about to say or do will be useful. A drink of water can become a mindfulness bell that helps bring your awareness to exactly where you are. Be aware of your food. Recognize that although it is so fragrant and appetizing, it also contains much suffering, the death of the animal and the toil of the farmer. See that this balance of pleasure and suffering reflects all of life. Silence is the bridge. Surrender everything, your body, your life, your inner self, and you will experience peace, ease, non-doing, and inexpressible happiness. Breathe and smile. Imagine that you are a pebble sinking into a lake, effortless and detached, finally reaching the bottom and finding perfect rest. Know where you are going. If you are a parent, invite your children to share in your meditative experiences. Visualize a tiny spark of hope as a pinpoint of light piercing the darkness you are in now. Move toward this light and watch it grow brighter and more powerful. Reinforce your faith that, in time, things will get better. Write it on your heart that every day is the best day in the year. Choose to be everybody's friend, whether they like you or not. Enjoy whatever you're doing right now. Be cautious among the worldly. For one day, detach yourself from your opinions, and resolve to let go of judgments and conclusions. Pay attention to your emotional responses as you strive for complete objectivity. Realizing that there is nothing to hold on to that can offer lasting satisfaction shows us there is nowhere to go and nothing to have and nothing to be. This is freedom. Reflect on all the times you opened your mouth and spoke empty words to fill a silence. Do not be afraid of silence. Let yourself feel good about giving to others. When it is cold, be cold. When it is hot, be hot. Be one with the environment. Accept it. Find joy in the sweetness of surrender, the stillness of meditation. All the unconscious tensions waste energy that you could better apply to consciousness. Attention eliminates tension. When you are not attached to anything, all things are as they are. Accept everything about yourself and your life. Embrace your moment-to-moment experience with wakefulness and care. Relax each muscle of your body as though it were a soft piece of silk drying in the breeze. Walk mindfully on your way to work. Meditation lets you work on your attitude. It lets you be without opinion, judgment, or expectation. Be balanced in everything you do. Are your communications sensitive, healing, and harmonizing? Look into your partner's eyes. Look into your children's eyes. Go confidently in the direction of your dreams. Live the life you've imagined. As you simplify your life, the laws of the universe will be simpler. Write a poem or personal narrative about a spiritual experience you've had. Reflect on the benefits of meditation. You are increasing kindness, self-respect, and respect for others, and living in harmony with all. Be confident that, over time, these benefits will accrue. Stop for a moment. Be aware of your breath and of where you are. Do not take what is not yours. Be completely open and receptive to whatever comes into your field of awareness. Let it all come and go. Watch in stillness. Meditate on the beautiful aurora, northern lights. Be with whatever is happening in the moment, and your sense of completeness will be present. You don't have to do anything about it. Help bag your own groceries, mindfully separating cans, bottles, and fragile items like eggs, and keeping chemical items away from food. Learn to speak the words that you wish to hear, to speak words that you do not regret. Learn to speak simply and wisely. Spend a few minutes reviewing all the good things that have happened to you in the past 24 hours as well as all the good things you did during that time. Allow yourself to feel appreciation and gratitude for them. Extend this meditation to the previous week, the previous month, and even the previous year. Allow these feelings of appreciation to fill your heart. For 1 week, act on every generous urge. Can you stay committed to an awakened heart and not be swept up by your ego when everything is going well? Slow down and relax. Watch your breath as you would watch a visitor. At the same time, awaken your mind. Eventually the breath disappears altogether, and all that remains is the feeling of wakefulness. This is called meeting the Buddha. Step peacefully. Feel happy when coming back to the breath. Don't worry that you're going to have to do it 1,000 times. That is why it is called practice. Remember that worrying is pointless, it only adds to your suffering. Reflect on yourself and on your life. How are you living? How could you simplify things? Do you create problems for yourself? Use meditation to help you with your reflections. During charged or touchy discussions, be mindful of the words you are using, and guard against defensiveness, belligerence, hostility, and superiority. Wake up early to meditate or do yoga. In a calm frame of mind, imagine another version of yourself, one who is egotistical and self-centered. Imagine also a group of poor people, unrelated to you, who are needy and suffering. Now visualize this other version of yourself transforming, softening, and bending to help this group of poor people. Notice how much warmer, more connected, and more alive you feel. Go outside on a peaceful night and scan the sky for one star that you find particularly appealing. Listen to that star, and to the entire universe. Close your eyes and hold their messages inside you. Meditation is being aware of each feeling. Recognize it, smile at it, look deeply into it, and embrace it with all your heart. When you're feeling stuck, meditate. Settle into a comfortable position. Then ask yourself, how am I doing? What does not feel quite right? What do I need to pay attention to right now? Set aside whatever answer surfaces. Do this a few times until you have 3 or 4 answers to consider. Now choose one and simply ask, what is the crux of this problem? Do not try to analyze, understand, or reach a conclusion. Wait for a revelation, a word, an image, or a feeling. Then ask, is this right? When you have hit upon something that feels right, sit with it in silence for a few moments. When you start to feel drowsy, acknowledge this. Then move on and find a different object to focus on. Once your concentration has been well established, drop the noting, labeling, and breath counting. At that point, simply be directly aware. Take a long breath, and when your lungs are full, silently count 1. Breathe out completely until your lungs are empty, counting 2. Count up to 10, then count backward to 1. Continue to breathe and count for as long as you like. See the whole person. What do you feel you cannot live without? What price do you pay for it? What kind of fulfillment does this item or service provide? Look at your cravings gently, without judging. Make room for change. Keep a journal of your meditative experiences. Reflect on the insight you have gained and the obstacles you have overcome. Start by walking casually. Then synchronize your breathing with your pace. 4 steps per inhalation and 4 steps per exhalation. Say toward the one word per step, and just be silent on the 4th step. Walk like this, with complete attention, for as long as you wish. Open to the effortlessness of being rather than doing. Sit facing the sun. Then breathe in the sun's energy through all the pores of your body. Let it be an inexhaustible fountain of energy, Next time you find yourself at a lake, pond, river, or ocean, listen to the white sound of the water. Enter into the flow of the water and let it wash everything away. Let the sound of the water wash over you and through you. Let all your thoughts fall into the water and dissolve. Watch and listen until you become one with the waves. Are you open to constructive criticism? Do you learn even from hostile opinions? Bathe in the center of a sound. Feel the sound as if it were the entire universe. Feel as if every sound is moving toward you and that you are the center of all these sounds. When you feel embarrassed, recognize that it is your own ego, rather than the situation itself, that is the cause of your embarrassment. See the humor in the difference between your pretensions and your performance. Laugh at the part of your ego that was wounded by the experience. Then, gently, let it go. Unlearn your concern with things. Look at life's difficulties as valuable training for your character and future endeavors. To feel more balanced, first stand with all your weight on your right foot. Then stand with all your weight on your left foot. Shift back and forth 4 or 5 times. Feel the change in energy. Finally, just try to be in the middle. Connect with all that is good and positive. Think of the center of your being as the center of a cyclone or tornado. Whatever happens around it does not affect it. It is eternally calm. Follow this silence, and truth, love, and blessings will come to you. Take 2 to 3 days to carefully notice the intentions that motivate your speech. Direct your attention to the state of mind that precedes talking, the motivation for your comments, responses, and observations. Try to be particularly aware of whether your speech is even subtly motivated by boredom, concern, irritation, loneliness, compassion, fear, love, competitiveness, greed, hate, or something else. Be aware of the general mood or state of your heart and mind and how it may be influencing your speech. Try to observe without any judgment. Notice the motivations in your mind and the speech that flows from them. Think about all the ways in which impermanence manifests itself in activities as simple as eating breakfast. Before you eat, you are hungry. After you eat, you are not hungry anymore. Before, the plate is filled with food. After, it is all gone. Ride the moving breath. Pick one activity that you do every day and do it mindfully. Instead of fighting, bow. Think through what your day would have been like if you had not thought that some of it should have been different. Turn a source of irritation into an opportunity to be mindful. Hold your seat. Stay centered, not moving, not reacting. Allow your thoughts and impulses to come and go. Release your illusions. Just breathe. Notice your need for control, whether it be over people, politics, your body, your mind, your past, your future, or even the weather. Try to observe this desire, rather than getting caught up in it. Note any thoughts you have about what you believe should be. Soften and relax negative feelings about not being in control. What would it mean to eat only food that didn't cause harm to you or anyone else? Counting your breath occupies your mind so that your mind doesn't occupy you. See opinions for what they are. Don't cling or become attached to them. Just because something is no longer useful to you doesn't mean it's useless. Pay attention even to your garbage. Notice not only what you discard, but also how you throw it away. Close your eyes and imagine the sound of silver bells ringing. They are thoughts to open the door to the spiritual world. Look for the source of your thoughts. When you see a friend and suddenly feel joy in your heart, concentrate on this joy. Feel it, become it, and remain centered in your happiness. You can also do this when you see the sun rising or the snow falling. Whenever your heart rises, determine to increase your mindfulness from moment to moment. For a period of time, pay close attention to your motivations and intentions. Before you turn on the television, ask why. Before you take your first sip of coffee, ask why. If you do something you feel ashamed of, ask why. If you do something you feel proud of, ask why. To be born again is to let go of the past and look without condemnation upon the present. Breathing in, be aware of your mind. Breathing out, be aware of your mind. Complete what you have begun. Infinite patience creates instant results. See yourself in others. Try to go to bed earlier so you can meditate just before or at sunrise. From the moment you get up, be mindful, making your whole day a meditation. Everything you hate in others is something you hate in yourself. As your feelings of equanimity grow stronger, fear and dislike will decrease. When cooking, clean as you go. Purchase a kneeling bench for your meditation practice, folding your legs back and under. Sit in the center of life and open yourself to awareness of its dance. noting that everything that arises will also pass away. Stop and allow yourself to fully grasp the situation you're in. Realize that you have the ultimate choice about what to do or not to do. Meditate on your children and your parents. Make the most of what comes and the least of what goes. Learn to be centered enough to just watch internal disturbances come up. Do not fight the release of stored energy. See the feeling or thought, let it happen, then release and let go. Let your body and mind purge an internal disturbance. Take a sip of water. Taste it little by little. Notice how it affects the senses in your mouth. Scan your body for all the sensations generated by drinking water. After a couple of minutes, drink as much as you want. Take note of your new sensations. Pretend you're walking into a spiral maze of massive stones. With each step, you feel lighter and more connected to your spirit. By the time you reach the center, you are fully in touch with your intuition. Know that all the wisdom you need lies deep within you. You must be the change you wish to see in the world. At the end of your out-breath, let go of your thoughts. It is like moving a boulder out of the bed of a stream so that the water can keep flowing. Allow your energy and life force to evolve and move forward. By paying attention to your experience from moment to moment, you will wake up from your worries and daydreams and return to the simplicity and clarity of the present. Polish your path. Many Hindu meditations combine deep breathing with the chanting of mantras. For example, the mantra for Ganesha, the elephant god, is Gam, and the mantra for Krishna is Klim. The deity's qualities are invoked through the repetition of the mantras, giving the chanter a transcendental awareness that moves beyond ordinary perception. Breathing in, observe the impermanent nature of all. Breathing out, observe the impermanent nature of all. Mindfully shower, get dressed, and prepare your breakfast. Be soft when you feel harsh. Hold your hands, palm to palm, at chest level and bow from the waist. At the beginning of each week, choose a simple activity that you usually do on autopilot. It can be as simple as putting on your makeup, shaving, washing your hands, making tea or coffee, or getting into your car. Pause for a few seconds before you begin the activity. Then, perform it with full attention, as though it were a formal meditation. Build on your mindfulness and power of attention week after week. When you rise from bed, feel your feet making contact with the floor. Be aware of their weight, the floor supporting your body, and the motion of your feet and legs as you begin to walk. Wash your brain. If just one person on the boat is calm and maintains equanimity, the rest of the people will calm down too. During television commercials, hit the mute button and take some mindful breaths. Imbue each act and moment with mindful attention. If you feel confused, tangled, or bent out of shape, meditate. As you become more centered, you will feel less overwhelmed, more effective, and more relaxed. Your heart and mind will gently release. Don't grasp for compliments, reject blame, or tune out. Remember that things always change. Keep the larger perspective in mind. A mind beyond judgments watches and understands. Let the discerning person guard his mind, so difficult to detect and extremely subtle, wandering wherever it desires. A guarded mind brings happiness. Instead of judging or condemning, do a compassion meditation for someone who is causing pain or harm. Use healing phrases like "May you be free of your pain and sorrow" or "May you find peace." Investigate and contemplate, right here, right now. Note how your mind creates stress. Gently ignore its fabrications and return to mindful attention. Set a timer for every hour, on the hour, reminding you to wake up and appreciate the miracle of every moment. Say your name, wake up. When an impulse arises, simply meditate on it. Do not do anything until it has arisen 3 times. You will discover a center of balance and understanding in the midst of the forces within your life. If you do not try, you will not know. If you can just stand still and let go, you have pure awareness. Release anxiety by lengthening your exhalations deliberately and gradually. If your regular exhalation lasts 6 counts, draw it out to 7 for a few cycles, then to 8 for the next few cycles, until you find the optimal length for your exhalations. Reality is ever-changing, ever-growing, indefinable. Expand your understanding of who you are. Make a list of the most important activities you need to complete each day. Close your eyes and see yourself entering into a state of mindfulness as you undertake and complete these projects. When you find yourself losing interest, just pick one thing to focus on: one sentence, one step, one breath. Your mindfulness will take you back into the present moment and carry you back into your activity or surroundings. Meditation washes away the dust of desire and protects you from temptation. When you feel conflict with others, understanding their suffering is the first step in being able to communicate, forgive, and begin again. Sit comfortably with your eyes closed. Shape your lips as though you had a straw between them. Inhale, then exhale vowel sounds like O, 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 U, E, E. Start in a standing position. Raise your arms in salutation and then lower them, first to your forehead, then to your throat, then to your heart. Now lower your knees to the floor. Finally, lower your whole body, placing your forehead on the floor. Repeat 3 times. Chant on the out breath. Dissolve, rest, just be. 4 steps to expand your understanding of spiritual truths. 1. Study, read or listen to spiritual teachings about the truth. 2. Reflect, contemplate the deeper meaning of the words. 3. Apply, use the teachings in your life. 4. Integrate, become one with the knowledge. Are you trying to release your self-absorption and egotism? Develop your motivation and sense of responsibility. Your self-confidence will increase and your fear will decrease. Eat a piece of fruit with care and attention. Get rid of the false and you will automatically realize the truth. Create an island of being on the sea of constant doing in which your life is usually immersed. Stop from time to time and pay attention to your inner dialogue. You are not your thoughts. Feel comfortable with not believing them. Each morning, be aware of your transition from sleeping to waking. If your act is motivated by true kindness, it will naturally bring a positive result. Even the simplest acts can bring a powerful sense of presence and grace to your life. True patience manifests itself as a non-grasping openness to whatever comes next. It is a calm willingness to be present. Make a weekly list for your inner self, just as you would keep a shopping list for your trips to the grocery. When you are angry, see that you're like a burning house, and breathe in. Put out the fire and breathe out. Go back to your true self. When eating, chew each mouthful thoroughly, enjoying the richness of the moment. Use different colored lights in meditation to unlock different energies. Before picking up the phone, pause for a moment and think about the purpose of the call. Stretch your arms above your head and give praise to the sky. See your thoughts as balloons floating by. Lie down in a comfortable place, with your arms and legs extended. Imagine lying at the edge of the sea on an empty beach. The tide is coming in. Gentle waves lap at your feet and ankles and very slowly move up your body until you are immersed in shallow water. As the water rises, feel yourself floating. Let the rhythmic currents draw you out to sea. Feel the waves beneath you as you glide up and down. When you're ready, roll over onto your stomach and ride the crest of a wave back to shore, landing on the smooth, warm sand. Stay there and relax in the profound calm. You don't have to be mindful of everything at the same time. Just focus on what you find to be most meaningful. Accept that your ego is an illusion. Be alert among the apathetic. We mistake pleasure for happiness even though we know pleasure doesn't make us happy. Pleasure is pleasure, a temporary gratification of desire. Happiness is a deeper satisfaction, a feeling of wholeness, of non-neediness. Break your meditation into smaller sessions if you find yourself frequently distracted. As soon as you start to lose focus, take a break and relax for 15 to 20 seconds. Over time, you will develop stability and increase the depth and duration of your concentration. 5 contemplations before eating. 1. This food is the gift of the whole universe, the earth, the sky, and much hard work. 2. May I be aware of the quality of my deeds as I receive this food. 3. May I practice mindfulness to transform greed, hatred, and ignorance. 4. May this food nourish me and prevent illness. 5. In gratitude, I accept this food so that I may realize the path of love, compassion, and peace. Try to understand the difficulties of your parents and determine to work for their release from suffering. Breathing in, see and let go. Breathing out, see and let go. Do not permit your mind to wander aimlessly. Always be mindful of your thoughts. Let the force of gravity center you. Sit and become aware of how it holds you to your chair. Stand and feel it pull you toward the earth. Walk and feel it grab you with each step. Notice how the objects around you are all held in place by gravity. Stay aware of this invisible force as you go about your day. When you're reading, do a 5-second mini breathing meditation at the end of each paragraph. Just pause and take a conscious breath. Then read on. Rejoice whenever you hear about someone else's success. Take a bath in an imaginary rainbow. Let its colors and light rejuvenate you. Walk away from situations that are harmful or not in your best interest. Breathing in, satisfy the mind. Breathing out, satisfy the mind. Being totally focused on your work brings you powerfully into the present moment. Notice the silence between sounds and the space between thoughts. Only if you keep the peace within yourself can you bring peace to others. Practice losing your self-consciousness so that you can be open to unencumbered awareness. Why be angry with anyone? Touch someone with true caring without any automatic or mindless movement. Remember that you will one day die. Let the impermanence of life help you see the pointlessness of ego, pride, and materialism. Appreciate the preciousness of every moment. Gather a group of people and clasp your hands to form a circle. Slowly lean backward with your face to the sky and hands held up, using a simple chant like Yahai. Bring your body and head forward and swing your arms down and back, saying the simple chant, Yahuk. Repeat until your speed and rhythm are coordinated and the circle opens and closes like a flower. Life responds when we take a risk. When you enter your meditation area, see your true mind. Vow that once you sit down, all disturbances will stop. Say this in meditation: I know I am breathing in. I know I am breathing out. I am aware of the hair on the top of my head. I smile to the hair on my head. I am aware of the solace of my feet. I smile to the solace of my feet. I dwell in the present moment. I am aware that this is the only moment in which I am alive. Sit. Arrange your legs. Lengthen your spine. Rock side to side and front to back on your seat bones. Tilt your pelvis slightly forward. Soften your belly. Tuck in your chin. Rest your tongue and position its tip on the roof of your mouth. Breathe through your nose. Rest your hands in a comfortable position, and just relax. The first step in growth is to do what you love and be aware of doing it. Thoughts are not the enemy. Take a long walk and appreciate your freedom. When you wake from a dream, go over all the details until you have them fixed in your mind. Before you go back to sleep, tell yourself firmly several times, the next time I am dreaming, I will recognize that I am dreaming. Visualize yourself as being aware that you are dreaming inside each dream you recall. With patience and practice, you will be able to converse with those you meet in your dreams. Turn off the lights and open your eyes. That's it. Thank you for watching and subscribe to get notified when I upload my next videos, which gonna be greater than this one you just watched. Bye bye.